got tired of this little tiny tank and trying to get like what I wanted in there, and then also like just having enough room for the snakes. So I got this. I wasn't even really planning on buying. I just went up there to like pick up some Spanish moss, which they didn't have. But look, this is why it was on sale. The writing from the sticker is still on here. Like there was no wrapping or anything. But dude, it just rubs right off. Like that, look. It just rubs right off, so, you know, whatever. I saved about $40 on that tank, so whatever. I got a cover that's ready to go for it. I'm probably going to cut a fill-in piece here because obviously the Brazilians want really, really high humidity. And then I'm working on a little design for this tank. We'll see what happens in the next week or so. All right, man. Check this out. Just like putting everything back in, and I just made Skull Mountain, and look.
I call Skull Mountain. It's mine. Look, I'm already in here. See?
Tangerine's already coming out of Skull Mountain, brother. But I got that skull over there. I don't know. I might change some stuff around. That skull's gonna fall. Probably break the snake's neck. But I got this other little hide. I was thinking about just doing like a hide combo for them, like kind of in the middle like that, and you can just bounce from hide to hide to hide, and even try and get this in over here. Actually, a much better idea just hit me. I think what I'm going to do is take this hide and hang it in with the second level vine system. This way we'll leave plenty of space open on the floor for the snakes, and they'll have a place to hang out in and hide up in the second level. And then I could also do a second level and hide hanging all in one shot for you guys in one video. How does that sound? Like that. Or just leave it there. You just move all this stuff around and make it look cool, and then they got, you know, they could have an entrance to the skull there, and just skulls and skulls. And I freaked him out, he left, so I was also thinking about maybe doing something like that. The only problem is with this skull, there's no rear for them to come out of, so I will probably end up leaving this guy here like that, and then get another skull like this to put over there. So, alright man. I bought some of those cheesy bamboo things for like $5, and whatever, I hung them in there. But anyway, before I do the second level, I got all the water on. I got the heat pad set and everything. And I'm calibrating. You know, I want to make sure all the temperatures are going to be right before I get in there and put in a second level and make everything permanent. But dude, I want to give you a little tip when you're using tanks. If you can, you know, especially for like Brazilians, because they don't like it really hot. So what you could do is you can actually raise the tank up like 2 inches, and it's going to lower the temperature of those thermostats by like 5 to 10 degrees on the surface, like on the glass where they're sitting. So just in case like they burrow down there, they're not going to get burned. So it's just going to like slowly heat the tank with the airflow under there. So. And now I'm just calibrating it, and I'm just going to turn everything off for a couple hours and see how everything goes. Alright, so here we are. It's about 12 hours later. We're going to check and make sure that the tank has been calibrated properly as far as the heat and humidity. We'll go ahead and take a look at our hottest part of the tank. It's about 86 degrees, so that's actually really good for Brazilians. And then our humidity, obviously, we can see is way up there. I mean, without taking a look, I'm going to say close to 100. Probably a little bit higher than I want it. Go ahead and take a look. It's actually 95%. So what we could do is just remove this little fill-in piece, which was actually for the 20-gallon tank, and we'll kind of let that go down a little bit. So yeah, so I was thinking, if you guys can see that little hide that's in there, I was thinking what we're going to do is take that hide and we're going to hang it in there. I don't know if you guys remember Dominy's first tank, the way that his first tank was set up, but I think we're going to go ahead and do something like that for you guys. Let me see if I can find a couple of pictures and show you. But that's going to be the plan, and I'm going to do all that in high definition. We'll do the second level and also the hide hanging in one shot. So see if I can find those pictures of Dominy's for you guys. Alright, there we go. This is Dominy's first tank that he had, and you guys could see there, that's what we're aiming for, is to get this hide hung up in a similar fashion to what you guys are looking at. And then ultimately, at the end of the day, it'll look like this.
or something very similar to what you guys are looking at right here. Alright, I'm going to get cracking on this, do the second level and hide hanging all in high definition for you guys. Thanks.